Oh, it seems like our knife round has concluded. You know what? ROG shielded our eyes from the oppression. Didn't want that.
The
And
oppression session.
what was that? Okay, that was the just the decider for the knife, and you saw a Thon pop out a little bit of shots. So SR Wolves will be starting with the CT, while 5stacks is going to be on that T side. What do you have to say about this? You know, my man.
Yeah, CT side is actually a pretty good side to start off on Dust 2, just because that you can already have two members on A, on B, one watching on mid, and it's going to help out your team in getting a lot of information as much as possible before the T's suddenly decide to go in. And as I say that, it is looking like a hard A take here for SR Wolves. 5stacks will be playing at a little bit of a default position here. Nobody really playing the long position. Meanwhile, Meta 4 will lurk around over here in mid. Will try to look for a kill as Magic Bunny secures the kill onto Fam Bam, the P2000. That is a huge opening here. Dwindling down the number of the T side significantly increase the chance for the CTs to win as ROG spot out the two, misses the initial two shots. Metaphor takes down Thon 9. They are already starting to go for the take. Bomb has been planted. It's now on for the retake for 5stacks at this point.
That was kind of interesting to witness there. Yeah, it's going to be the retake for CT side, and my goodness, that was just some really aggressive takes there from 5stacks, and it's going to be all down to Kahlua. He does have an angle there with the C4, but it's not going to be too well, as there's 3 men that will be just interrogating him and saying, we got this bomb defused, we got it. Retake successful for 5stacks.
Yeah, beautiful retake from 5stacks there. They did take a little while to secure the site for themselves, but hey, it all works out in the end. They were able to eliminate every single one of the SR members there, so they got a lot of money to roll with. They are sticking with the FAMASas, the M4s, and the MP9 onto Magic Bunny. Will want to stack up on the economy. Meanwhile, a couple of digs here on the side of 5stacks and P250s, and a single flashbang onto Metaphor. And I'm not liking this from 5stacks, to be honest, where they're splitting up on an eco round. Much would have been a lot better, a lot preferred if they dive in, but Kilowatt securing that first kill onto Leet so fast, that's more than enough.
And this just allows, I believe, 5stacks to, well, not really do much. Though taking down one leads so fast, that does step in the right direction. You can't see losing the one SR Wolves. I do like how they are very proactive with this positioning. They immediately set one, which is Thon 9, to go in deep onto the A-long ramps, which makes it very easy for him to hold out an angle. Since they do have the rifles, if they can survive and just use the corners to their advantage, they should be able to stop 5stacks and not even allow them to steal weapons away. And it's going to be good, but Ren's sneaking right back out, spotted by Danger Kid, and FM Bam TKs onto the step sis. That's not good.
Yeah, you got to watch out for your step sis there, FM Bam, as Metaphor is the only one left alive here in a 1v4. And it is expected that they will lose that eco round. It is a 2-0 scoreline. And again, if only 5stacks were able to just push out as a team together and not really split up, they would have a better chance in taking over the B side or the A side. They should have been able to clear out the corners over at B without any problems, and they could have gotten an easy plan. But because of that, the economy is going to roll a little bit smoother for 5stacks. Have AK's partial buys on the utilities here. SR Wolves are going to stick with their weapons here. Magic Bunny just decided to upgrade the MP9 for the FAMAS as ROG takes down a Fam Bam, well, Astralis. And Ren's 14 gets taken out by a nade there. Now it's quickly down to a 5v3, and already 5stacks is in a bad spot.
It's taking him a long time to just try to chase it out. Kahlua with the entry frag onto mid. That'll separate the defenders here for the moment. And, oh, does ROG even spot him through the smoke? Does pop out the flash, but there's going to be another pop flash to come out here. And Kahlua charges right through, but he cannot deal the damage. He cannot win the duel. And that was rather unfortunate. I think his pop flash there was, well, not really a pop, but more of a delayed flash, and that really didn't do much. Lead so fast is going to be in such a prime position, and he can't push it out of Goose, and that's going to be 5stacks with no hold in any of the sites and only losing one from the SR Wolves, they're starting to build bank here, Nomad.
Yeah, and as long as SR Wolves keep this up, 5 stacks will not be in a good spot here economy wise. Uh, they're going to be forced to just go for the deagles. Killua will be forced buying the AK, full armor as well. I don't think that is the wiser choice to go for Elite so fast. We'll be moving on over towards the B side. This is a heavy B presence here for SR Wolves. 5 stacks, on the other hand, they are eyeing out the A side as Magic Bunny with the op takes down Ren's 14. Will still continue looking down this mid alleyway. Still looking for
There's,
an opportunity.
there's still not much that I think Five Stacks has done in terms of utility to really catch out SR Wolves here. And that's really the issue that you would have if you play on Dust 2 and you have nothing to set up in terms of your flashes as T side. It just makes everything difficult. But of course they are gonna be on another save buy here or save round. And that's never how it really goes. And you can just see SR Wolves, they're basically just thinning out their utilities by little, and this just delays more time. And now with 1 minute left into the timer, SR Wolves, they've set up a nice little crossfire here, and Thaw9, he's gonna be able to just rip one out with this AK of his. He just needs to hit those shots, and he does. Perfect execution onto Astralis. Afam Bam. There's not much that he can do now. Immediately just backs away, and they're going to be rushing onto the mid side, but it's going to be Magic Bunny to welcome them with the AWP. Has to back away as he's missing a couple of shots, but does have his teammate to help him out, and this is just going to be mowed down in the middle of alleyway, and that's going to be SR Wolves 4 straight rounds in a row.
Beautiful, beautiful crossfire setups there. Even though, despite the fact that Magic Bunny almost got taken out there, Elite so fast was there to pick up the slack and just go for the off angle that nobody was actually looking for. And really, this is slowly starting to become an SR Wolves sided game. It's a 4-0 scoreline, but we're not seeing any bit of a promise here from 5 stacks so far on the T side. Maybe things will change around on the CT side of things later on. Magic Bunny missing that shot over at top mid. We'll actually see the one metaphor gets taken out. Tags Magic Bunny to 48 HP. Still pretty much alive, but a single stray bullet from a Glock may just be able to kill him out.
Because he's happening for 5 stacks here, Nomad, is this is the issue with Dust 2. If you're not able to find anything, and it seems like for now, 5 stacks is losing any form of confidence to get that mid control. They're relegated to always go for these main angles, and that's really not the easiest of choices here, as they're basically getting peaked one by one by Magic Bunny. They need to charge out as a team, like you said, in the early stages of this game, and just try to brute force their way in. But without proper utilities to kind of set things up, it's the gun. It's the gun range for these defenders, these CT siders.
Uh-huh. And I've just noticed this. It is unfortunate that Killua, I believe, is AFK for now. Step Sis 69 is pretty much in a 1v3, and he is surrounded. Gets flash, will get taken out, and this is a done round, 5-0. And yeah, just to stress this out, 5 stacks needs to start playing as a team, aggressively take the point. Because there's nothing wrong with just rushing the site with all firepower, especially considering the fact that you are on pistols. There's nothing much they could do there. It's not working well for 5 stacks. They really need to start rushing the sites. They need to use their utilities, even if they're on pistols. Throw a couple of flashes, get the trade, pick up an AK, and then just work from there. That's the best way the 5 stacks can go back into this round. And I'm not sure if Killua has returned to the game for now. If not, it is a pause to wait for Killua to reconnect. But yeah, it's going to be tough for 5 stacks here, to be completely honest.
Yeah, it's very much a difficult round for them. Pause will be done. I think this is a technical pause because, like you said, Killua was not moving in that previous round. And to kind of iterate or, kind of focus on how SR Wolves have been playing this, they have done a good chunk of rotations, but they also have shown to give up a long control when they knew that five stacks could actually rush out. But now that five stacks aren't really doing much, and SR Wolves have nades for days to basically throw in any angles where five stacks come out, they're starting to challenge all of these first point spots or first contact spots, and it's making it very difficult for five stacks to just charge right now because exactly like that, they want to go outside of a long, but nades, smokes, and flashes be thrown, they can't really pierce through. And coming into the sixth round when they basically have only upgraded pistols, it's going to be even tougher for them because it seems like they're getting corralled into mid where Magic Bunny is waiting with an AWP and he's ready to shoot everybody down.
Oh, you should be able to see the back there of whoever that is as Ren's 14 just behind the barrels. But I like how five stacks just wanted to commit to the A take there. They force SR Wolves to dispense all their utilities over at that A long. That's good. What SR Wolves only have right now are flashes and that single Molotov onto Naruj. Well, yeah, it's still the single Molotov onto Naruj. That's more than enough to just stop them from pushing. But with the way the Magic Bunny has been playing this, it's just pretty dominant on this AWP. 9-0-2 currently. Magic Bunny, let's lead so fast. Long distance kill onto Fam Bam. Will potentially get the second, misses with the spray, but Magic Bunny is there to back it up with the Deagle. Leads so fast, secures a kill onto Ren's 14. That's the sixth round for SR Wolves.
There's nothing special that SR Wolves are doing to get these rounds, and by that I mean it in like the best possible way because they're just setting their fundamentals right, being able to help out their teammates when they're getting pushed, peeking out the same time, and using the numbers as well as the utility to their advantage. And this is really just five stacks showing that they can't. It seems like they're having a lot of difficult time to try to manage it. They are just going to try to spray and pray their way out of A house here, but that's not what really happens as the two-man from SR Wolves, which is Thon9, as well as Naruj, will just do quick work and shut them down once again, even in a buy round for five stacks, making it very difficult for them to make anything happen. Nothing at all. We'll try it once again. I do like how they're burning time now, waiting for the utilities from the A-long guys to stop. But the thing about that, though, is they need to be able to clear out these corners and hope that they can find the one that's on a tear or on the side there. Naruj will get spotted out, or sorry, Killua will be spotted out by Naruj. And really good with those scopes. Oh, was he able to pass one? No. Okay. Then this is just a big flag from Thon9. They know where he is. He's running up all the way onto Catwalk, and he should be hearing the footsteps, but there's nothing that Stepsis can do. And SR Wolves with another flawless round here, Nomad. And once again, five stacks back on just being on basically weaker weapons because they don't have no money. Killua, he does have some stack of cash, but if they can't really figure out how to pierce any of these sites, this is not gonna look too good in the next couple of rounds.
Yeah, they're forced buying the AKs. That is a single Galil onto Ren's 14. And we got a double op setup from Naruj and Magic Bunny here, and Naruj will be playing the A-long side as well. This is an A take for five stacks, but Thon9 with the AK, more than enough to secure 3 members off of five stacks. And again, it's just down to Killua in a 1v4. We'll push out, we'll take down Lead so fast, but he gets traded out by Manzanades, and that's basically the round. If this goes on for another 7 rounds, this is just game 1 done. But again, Dust 2 is just the first map. It is a aim-heavy map, and judging by the way the five stacks has been playing this, they want to take it as slow as possible, and I believe Inferno will be the map that can really, you know, enable five stacks in being the slow and methodical team that they are. Beautiful throw by the Molly there by Manzanares. Leads so fast. Will throw another Molly onto B as Manzanares takes down Kilowa. And Ren's 14 leads so fast. Takes down Sepsis. And now, again, it's just down to a Fan Bam. He is taken out. 9-0.
Five Stacks are starting to figure out that they just have to charge out and hope that it'll work out. But at least for now, Five Stacks are just seeming to be a team that aren't able to read SR Wolves at all. And you might say that I'm being too biased here, but look at how big the difference is in terms of the rounds. SR Wolves are looking to possibly even, with this first map of ours in this best of three, be a 16-0, and it might be the case because there's just no way that they can pierce any of these sites. They do have some money though, but the damage is being done by Magic Bunny. They need to flash him out, and if they just try to wallbang him, it's not going to work out. He has better wallbang than you because he has the sniper. And finally, he does take some damage, but he is holding on, and he's holding on quick. And of course, the auto sniper from the other edge of the map is starting to whittle away at 5 stacks, and this 5 stack is going to turn into a 0 stack in about a minute or so.
In about a minute, yeah. This Dak by Lead So Fast will really secure this catwalk push. The timing could have been right. He could have been traded there, and he is finally traded out. The nade from the ROG will take down Ren's 14 though, and just steps this on his own in a 1v4. It's stuck in catwalk, but won't manage to take down the ROG. He's still pretty healthy, 52 HP. Will secure another kill onto Magic Bunny, and now it's just down to a 1v2. As Thon secures the kill, not allow 5 stacks to even get a chance to get that round.
That was looking pretty hopeful, but Stepsis didn't know where his opponents were coming from. He was starting to survey the entirety of the A side and hoping that he can find one before he gets found. It was kind of 50-50. He was looking towards A long, I believe, and then he got shot in the back on short. Not really the best of scenarios there. But in any case, though, what's going to be Stax's or 5 Stax's play here? They're looking to go just get a lot more mid control, and this is nice. They are setting up a couple of smokes to stop out the vision for Magic Bunny, and they're going to be challenging Lead So Fast, but with only one going after the other. This is a lineup for days, and SR Wolves, they're seemingly just devouring their opponents here in mid.
Man, it's that angle on the Xbox is not an easy flick to get, especially if you're looking at short. As Killua with the AWP himself secures a double kill, while in air, Lead So Fast gets taken out. And for this round, it's looking like 5 stacks has a chance to take this. But the numbers are not on the side of 5 stacks. It is a 2v3. They have a minute left in the round, and they need to play it as smart as possible. SR Wolves are going to be playing it as default as possible here, having 2 members stacked up on B and just play for the retake. That flash will be giving away the position, though, and it's all down to Thon 9 to stop this potential push, and nobody's looking at Pit. That is unfortunate, and Killua not looking at that member, almost getting knifed out. Thon 9 takes him out.
Ouch. The first thing that probably just relegated SR Wolves to go for a quick rotate was that pop flash. When 5 stacks went for that pop flash, they knew that their positioning was already exposed, and they needed to take A side faster, and they needed to clear the angles faster, which they did not. Playing a bit too slowly on that one really costed them precious rotation time from SR Wolves. And even though if Thon wasn't spotted out there, you saw how quickly SR Wolves were there to rotate, and that really just shut down 5 stacks here. But Manzanares, a bit too eager to start setting up his utility, and oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Alright, that's gonna be 1 kill though.
Yeah, could have been a knife, could have been an extra bank in the account, but you gotta play it safe. And yeah, this is very good setups here from 5 stacks. They're starting to finally get their rhythm in this game, but it took them a long time. 12 rounds in, and it's not just now that it's showing that, hey, we may have a chance in this game.
They might have.
They
might have here, Nomad. I honestly feel that they do have, but like I said, right, it's taking them quite a long time. Leads so fast, though. He does have an operator there and immediately throws out all of his utility and hope to dear God that he doesn't get rushed. He does only have this sniper in hand, and he does have the 5-7, so maybe that can make short work of his opponent. And they do line up, of course, for Magic Bunny. It's the sniper for days. He does get knocked out, but Renz, as the last man standing with like 12 HP and a dream, there's just nothing that he can do, really. And there was a Molotov added to boot that even if he did get lead so fast there, he would have burned an Amali and just dropped to the ground. And now we're looking at SR Wolves with 4 more rounds before they end this game 1.
Just 3 rounds for 5 stacks. That's what I want to see here from them. But with the way the economy is right now, MAC-10s, AKs, not everybody has utilities, and Metaphor with the AWP. It's going to be crucial for them to start playing as low as possible, wait for Metaphor to secure the kills themselves, but I think that is going to happen anytime soon as ROG takes down Killua. It's a 4v5, and as the CT side, you really want to get that man advantage, and that is exactly what SR Wolves has been doing as Metaphor gets taken down by Magic Bunny.
That was a great start for them. Definitely a great start. The slow peek onto mid and the overeagerness of SR Wolves to just stop them from starting to get map control is doing the opposite. But of course, it's still gonna have to be them to deal with SR Wolves, who seem to be quite the vanguards in just defending these sites, and his spec weapon for Manzanares. But he does take control, and while all that was happening, you could see quick rotations from SR Wolves' other members to go straight up and just get that mid control. And again, it's the indecisiveness of 5 stacks, the way that they get the first frags and whatnot, but because of how slow they take any form of map control, SR Wolves just challenge and they can't really do too much after that. C4 will be starting to get the plant on. Wait, not yet though. Just a fake. Molly needs to get some shots in meta.
Is a 1v2. Now this is completely doable, but I'm not really a fan of the using the AWP to clutch this, as Manzanares is creeping towards the backside of Metaphor. Will get taken down, and the AWP will be picked up. Slight ray of light here for 5 stacks.
There honestly was. You saw that Meta was almost about to, but that's also the issue, like you said, right, with playing with an operator, or yeah, with an op rather, an AWP, is that one of the things when you scope in, your field of vision gets incredibly reduced, and what that in turn does is that you can't really see somebody creeping up on you. So you always have to play it with unscoping and scoping and trying to figure out where your opponent is and hope that your action time is just fast enough to, lend you the AWP win. So in any case though, quick peeks from Renz and mid, and he tries to get map control.
Yeah, and he will be able to stop the eventual rotate here from B, as long as 5 stacks would be able to take A without any problems, and it's looking like they are going to be able to take this without any problems, as Killua takes down the ROG, Son 9 takes down Fan Bam, Res 14 takes down Manzanares. It's starting to look grim, so to speak, for SR Wolves, as it's now just down to Magic Bunny.
That mid control really helping out. The crosshair is going to be so crucial. He sees the butter. I was to say the body, the bottom. I said butter, but you know what? Smooth as butter for Magic Bunny there to hit the shot on the cross, and that was just a slap in the face of 5 stacks. An almost round win from them, and SR Wolves once again deny them that fact, and they got money to buy for days. But that cannot be said for 5 stacks, who is struggling in the economy, as with all of us right now. So,
True words have never been said before, Asarai. It's 14-0, AKs being force bought here for 5 stacks. Not a lot of utilities on the T side, not really the best outlook. That's not the best outlook as well. Just the members of 5 stacks falling like a stack of dominoes in the start of the round. And lead so fast, takes down Metaphor. It's just a Fan Bam on its own. And it's pretty safe to say that it's going to be a 15-0 first half. But unless a Fan Bam has other things in mind, I don't think a 14-1 scoreline is going to happen. He is extremely low with 24 HP, and he has to play this as perfect as possible. Time to summon your inner simple, a Fan Bam.
Yeah, your inner clutch god. So he has to go for 2 scenarios here. Wondering if there's going to be a hold on both angles, or if it's going to be, oh,
No.
he just challenges it. I thought he would just go straight to the site and plant the bomb and hope to go for a 2v1 retake, but he decides to. Maybe he wants to go for the 1v1 quickly. He knows that Manzanares would just charge right at him and maybe even throw an aid. So that's probably the way that Afambam wanted to go for. But in any case, this game one, Nomad, last round, it could work in the pistol. They could get that 16-1, but we'll see how the SR Wolves now perform on this T side.
If SR Wolves never change their playstyle, they will be very aggressive in taking the sites. And this is a split push here from SR Wolves. Wants to just get as much information as they can and increase the amount of the probability of them surviving there, as two members gets taken down on the side of SR Wolves. And it's looking like 5 stacks really shine on the CT side, because look at this. It's just down to ROG in a 1v4. He's on his own. I don't believe the bomb is with him at all. And it's a dream to really get the 15-15 scoreline to force the OT. And it's looking like the dream is about to start. 5 stacks securing the pistol round without any problems.
There should be a force buy to come out from the Wolves. Or if they want to play this safe, which I think they should, just save their money and hope to go for, again, the full buy in the next coming round. In any case, 5 stacks, well, we'll be going for a couple of scouties, bird shots. I do like it. They will be holding both long angles, if I'm not mistaken. And that's going to prove to be very detrimental for SR Wolves, but they just charge right out, and then the pop flash is just decimating them. P250s and the Dream, as well as a Tech 9 from Manzanares, and it works out in the end. Well, it's a 4 versus 5 still, and they can't really take that long control because of the weapons that are better for 5 stacks, but still, SR Wolves using these CQCs to their advantage.
And that is exactly how you should be playing Dust 2 on the T side. If you're on pistols, be aggressive, take a pick, and back off. Paid well for them, they took down Kilowatt, and now they have the man advantage in this game.
That's beautiful for them. This works out so well. Metaphor, he was a definite player that allowed 5 stacks to do so much in that last round. Oh, this nade, is it going to even pierce anybody? No! That this scout is not taking the targets that it needs to. They're taking quite a bit of damage, but still through the flashes and everything, there's not much that they can do with the P250 in the end. This gets overwhelmingly advantage, and that repeat from Magic Bunny, and oh no. Oh no, no, no!
How was he still alive over at platform? That's the main thing. He was fully flashed, and he still managed to survive. But that's a round. That's a game. It's game number 1. SR Wolves just completely dominating 5 stacks here on the on game number 1, and Dust 2 again is really a aim heavy map. And that is exactly what SR Wolves did. 5 stacks tried to be the more methodical team in this entire matchup, but they really couldn't get their mojo in this match, Asarai.
Yeah, there was a lot of things that went wrong there. There was a time where I felt like maybe, just maybe, in that second half, we might have been able to see, this other team. Hang on, I lost my train of thought there. 5 stacks though could have gotten it back, but the way that they defended these sites and the way that they just could not connect those shots. In the end, again, it's an FPS, right? We have to we have to hit our shots and be able to just win the aim duels from time to time, because that's a really important thing here in CSGO and any FPS. And you could really see that they're just not able to finish off these targets. And even though there was members of Wolves that was very, very weak at that 16th round, you still saw that they were able to overwhelm the B site and still survive. And then Magic Bunny, he was being proactive. They did not want to take the site passively. They did not want to give up the control of the site or any form of retake from the CTs passively. He charged right out, utilized the P250 well, and it seems like that caught 5 stacks off guard, and it just enabled SR Wolves to get that first round. GG's for them.
G's for them, and I kind of want to see. I really want to see a huge adjustments here from 5 stacks as we go into Inferno, because Inferno is a map where, again, you can be as methodical and slow as you can. And judging by how 5 stacks has been playing, they are playing really methodical in Dust 2, which doesn't really bode well for them. But yeah, Inferno is a slow map. I kind of if they get the CT side, that would be a huge advantage for them, so that they can just stack up the rounds, so that they can be comfortable going into the T side. But that is going to be decided on the knife round, and yeah, game number 2 is something that we can look forward to as we hop on to a short break. When we come back, game number 2 between SR Wolves and Five Stacks will be coming at you here at the ROG Masters Asia Pacific Philippines Finals. Don't touch the browser. We'll be right back.
You know what? These guys,
Oh,
they're very
and
much into the heavy action. Yeah, go for it, Nomad.
yeah, they really wanted to come off the gate swinging. As soon as we got in, the knife has started. And SR Wolves will be taking the CT side. No surprises there on Inferno. Five Stacks on the T side. I want to see how slow they can go and how well they can execute this.
There is now a shift of our perspective on these teams where Five Stacks definitely is the underdog. They need to pick things back out, but SR Wolves have shown to be very, very dominant in how they just perform. Nothing really too explosive from them, at least for now. They've just been controlling the entirety of the map. There are some rounds where it seems like they're not able to pick things up, but Five Stacks just rushing right out is not the best of options. But in the Inferno map, maybe that could change. But they need to get some information first before anything else. They're slowly creeping things back out, but as you can see, Five Stacks still has a player left onto the spawn, and that's not really what you want to work here. And it seems like they're just waiting for a bit more. He's moving now, and it seems like they should have some time to get like that information, like I said, and start to work control in this map.
And interesting thing, full armor is what SR Wolves has, and that is a headshot. That's a good opening there. And now this is they're not gonna try to play the the speedway play, but Magic Bunny stopped that from happening, securing a double kill there. And Thon 9 will be taking out Res 14 to wrap out the pistol round here for the SR Wolves.
Great use of angles as well as your mobility in CS. People might think that in tactical shooters you have to be, how do you say this? Static in your position to get accurate shots, which is true, but you can always jiggle and shoot and counter strafe to get accurate shot while you're moving. And it seems like SR Wolves are showing that to us right now. They should have gotten overwhelmed by Five Stacks, but still were not able to really pierce through the side as Magic Money and teammate were just really adamant in getting control. Nonetheless, a quick pause will be done here, guys, as we are entering the second round. For the moment, SR Wolves on to a good start.
This is the best start that SR Wolves can go for. On the CT side, secure the pistol round. You'll be able to upgrade your equipment in order to defend the sites with more effectively. And we're seeing that right now. From and Thon 9, a couple of MP9s, which is the best weapon to use on Inferno, on an eco round or if you get the pistol round because of the rate of fire and the amount of economy that you can go, and just with the fact that there are a lot of angles here that you can just hide with the MP9 and just be able to just wreak havoc and just stack up your economy. My goodness, SR Wolves, they will have a time of their lives so far in this round. We're waiting for that one member from Five Stacks to reconnect into the game.
Yeah. Oh, while we still are on the pause, I would like to give pause and let everybody know, let our audience know that you have a chance to win an ROG Ranger Gaming Backpack BP 2500. All you got to do, guys, is like, follow the Asus Republic of Gamers Instagram and Facebook, like and comment on the stream with the hashtag ROG, hashtag ROG Masters, hashtag ROG Masters APAC, and hashtag for those who dare. And if you do dare, also do share the stream and have a chance to win this amazing ROG Ranger Gaming Backpack. Actually, let me whip out a ROG Ranger Gaming Backpack. I know you can't see this, guys, but you can also just like Google it yourselves because I haven't seen the particular product, though I do know that ROG makes some snazzy things. Oh, is this the one with the RGB? It might be the one.
It might be the one. And do you dare, Asarai? Do you dare?
I mean, we're shoutcasters, but I think we can dare join the tournament.
Can we dare join? No, okay.
Give away ourselves.
Give it to the viewers. They deserve it. As Five Stacks, do they deserve this fake push? Oh, it is a fake push. A is being pushed out. Banana has already been giving, and nobody is holding that banana properly. That's something that you have to take in consideration here. As Manzanares the ROG with that the nade perfectly timed takes down the fan Batman steps this. And now it's just Metaphor and Killua on their own. And the Molotov will just dish out a lot more damage onto Killua. And yeah, this round is pretty much all said and done here, Asarai.
Like you said, man, they should be able to get control of Banana. And if you can get a hold of Banana, you can split it in half really quick. That rush out from Five Stacks was just more of a YOLO. They should have some money now to buy into the AKs, but that should be said as well with SR Wolves, who is going for the rifles. This is going to give them a nice little amount of firepower to counter out Five Stacks here. Immediately the rush out from Five Stacks. They're going to get a lot more outside apartment control, but look at where Magic Bunny is. The nades to support him, and his MP9 is going to just wreak some havoc. He will be throwing out a smoke here. He's got one already, and the Creeperoos. This got immediately refragged, but look at this pinch coming in. There's no chance that Five Stacks can get any map control, and that is just going to leave Killua to his own devices.
The economy is working wonders for Manzanares, currently at 8,500 to his name. Just because of that MP9. And he could pretty much just stick to the MP9 for 2-3 more rounds. It's working well for him. He's holding out the good angles with the MP9. Magic Bunny with the P90. It's been a while since I've seen the P90 being picked up. But Five Stacks, they're stuck with Deagles and a single CZ onto Metaphor. And really, what I wanted Five Stacks to do the previous round was just go for the half buy so that they'll have utility to work with here, but instead they decided to go for the force buy, really hurting their economy this time around. And a very aggressive push from Magic Bunny over here in mid with that P90. And already 2 members are down. They still keep going through sewers. Now, Five Stacks, they're just way just at their spawn, nowhere to go. This is an SR Wolves dominance here. Like, I have no words.
See what happened, and there's no words, man. Five Stacks. I do like how. They are going for their namesake. They're five stacking onto these as they're taking these sites, but they're getting pushed back way too much. And it just is, again, smoke's blocking their path. They're trying to will their way through these smokes. But in the end, they have their case here. But now SR Wolves, I think, I'll just go with Lord of the Rings thing. The Wolves of Isengard have been unleashed, and they have been unleashed into the maps. quite aggressively, and they're just hounding them down quite quickly as well.
Ooh, Manzanares is the one that plays the sewers and manages to take down a Bam Bam. Now it's just Stepsis and stuck. Stepsis is stuck here, Asarai. They're gonna start pushing forward. Manzanares takes down Metaphors, just Stepsis on his own 1v2. Stuck again. Over here at T-Apps. We'll slowly start pushing, and nobody's... Oh, there you go. Manzanares going to be able to get an inkling. The spray down initially doesn't connect, but gets a tag and takes him out. 5-0 is the scoreline.
SR Wolves, they know. They just know that they can rush in, and they'd still be able to catch off 5 stacks off guard. The play for 5 stacks now would be just to hold in the back, just play as far into safety as they can in their own area of the map. And if SR Wolves do another aggressive play like that, if they can read it, they can actually catch them off guard, because SR Wolves will be expecting them to just play these aggressive angles, but SR Wolves also playing far back again. Getting a bit of mid control though, but they're not as aggressive as they were in the past 2 rounds. So they know that 5 stack could adjust, and they just play around it. That's so quick of adjustments from SR.
And that's the veterancy of these guys showing. I do believe that 0-2 is the IGL here, and I think he is lead so fast, if I'm not mistaken. And he's really controlling the wolf pack, so to speak. They really want to just play as slow as possible. Like, yeah, get the aggression where it's needed. But right now, we gotta play it safe. We gotta play it as smooth as possible here. As 5 stacks, they are expecting SR Wolves to push out. They're playing it really, really slow here compared to how they were trying to play the first couple of rounds here. It's looking like they're trying to go for the A take here this time around, slowly pushing towards Banana. And this is a good opportunity for 5 stacks just because of the fact that nobody is really holding bananas here for SR Wolves. They're able to take Banana. They can slowly creep their way here. Their only hurdle here is Manzanares, and Manzanares really needs to make sure that his shots are going to count.
I mean, even if that is... ROG is with Manzanares, and yeah, here's the thing I was also kind of talking about. SR Wolves, it seems like they expended so much of their utility, but they still have a few of their members that they left with like a Molotov and an HE grenade, and it's just allowing SR Wolves to do just this, wherein if 5 stacks rush in, they can only rush into the CT spawn and not really directly onto the site because of the Molotov, and there's just one on the fountain, a little lost Ren's 14, he will get overwhelmed, and for the moment, I thought that there was going to be some time for 5 stacks there, but I did see as well that the timer was about 15 seconds, and in that short span of time, you have to take the site, you have to clear angles, you have to plant the C4 down, and when you can't, that's not a step in the right direction. And whoa, look, can you see this? This waddling?
Alma just waddled to A real quick. That was weird. That was funny.
I don't know why that was funny.
Well,
yeah.
Same, but what's not funny is how 5 stacks is getting completely dominated by SR Wolves here. And again, there's a switch up here in SR Wolves. We already have ROG playing the cubby over at Banana. Manzanares is over there just throwing the smokes, just trying to feint his position over at Old Car. And 5 stacks, they're not obliging SR Wolves to just push. ROG swings out Magic Bunny, and Manzanares will be dishing out a lot of damage over in mid. And ROG will going for the pop flash with the spray down, gets the one, will not get the other one. Metaphor on his own will get taken out by Manzanares. 7-0.
Rather than we see this game as a tactical or a strategy intensive map, it's more of like who could just set up the flashes better and who can aim better. And that's not really a bad thing to say at the least, but it just goes to show that SR Wolves can do both up against 5 stacks. And right now, 5 stacks, I think, can just lean on what they can just try to lean on from what we've seen is their aim. Because there are chances, there are times where Metaphor, FMBAM, as well as Kahlua really do pop off. But they need to have that chance to do so. And being challenged multiple times by SR Wolves with an operator doesn't really help their case, but it just might. We'll see how that works out, though.
Yeah, this AWP has been working wonders for Magic Bunny ever since game number 1. Thon 9 will be missing out the spray down there. We'll
Backing away for the moment. Lead so fast. Look at this position. This is going to be so difficult. There's like two uppers looking right at there. It's Thon 9 will be holding the way back onto Graveyard. And you know, it's better than one up, two ups. But Thon 9, he gets spotted out here. Maybe he can get the immediate refrag, and that's beautiful because they can take control of A short and basically get the site and finally get that C4 planted down. And here we go. 5 stacks come alive.
It is a 3v3. HP's on Metaphor is really low. Magic Bunny needs to go ham on his AWP shot to even things out. Does get the kill onto Sepsis. And now it's just down to Killua. It's crucial for him to play this, but he is stuck in pit. This is not the best spot. 2 people are already looking towards him. That's done. That's also the defuse. Another round on the board for SR Wolves. Slight chance of the ray of light from 5 stacks is shining, but they just don't open up the curtains in full, man.
They're trying. I do like that play that they did on A. Really showed us that there is some ways for 5 stacks to get the site. But the thing about that, though, is I think they expend way too much of their utility just to do that, and they can't set up smokes anymore to keep SR Wolves honest. As you saw, because there was no smokes for them, or it was not placed in key positions, SR Wolves just charged right out, and 5 stacks couldn't really do too much. Maybe it's also because how SR Wolves are just, you know, very aggressive. But speaking of aggressive, nice little shot there from Killua. He wants to challenge the operator, and well, he got the 1-up. 4 versus 5 right now.
A good kill.
It's a step in the right direction for 5 stacks.
All down to Magic Bunny here, but good play from 5 stacks to just try to waterfall down over from apartments, but there is the threat of Thon 9 just right under pit. Thon 9 not actually in pits, on the balcony, will get that easy triple onto steps at 6-9, and now it's just Rens 14. It is a 1v2, still doable. This is individual 1v1s being played out, and I think they're juking themselves here. Manzanares will not be able to... Rens 14 just slipped into library. Nobody's looking to library here. And Manzanares will finally meet him there. We'll go for the spray down as our Wolves will take that round. Now, it's looking like we already know who is the better team in terms of aim duels here. That's SR Wolves. And 5 stacks, we saw them slightly get a chance to get back into the game earlier on, but it's not looking too good, Asarai.
There are some moments of brilliance from 5 stacks, but they're very, very few and far in between. And what that just means is SR Wolves can, every single day, every single round of the day here, just keep challenging, and there's not really much that 5 stacks can do. I do like how they're still able to challenge, or they're still willing to challenge, but right now they're just hoping that these first point contacts will net them round wins. And even though they can get these startups, it seems like it might not be the best of scenarios. Oh my god, no scope might come out there, but not going to work out. Although Thon 9 wakes up a little bit, cannot get the kills that he needs to stabilize and equalize up against 5 stacks. Lives into 3 versus 2. And ROG, he still has to wait for his teammate. Finally coming from Speedway. The nades will be coming out. They're throwing out the utilities as well, and they're rushing back into the site very aggressively. They can see the head there, and he's charging right out. Oh my goodness, Naruj, how dare you?
How dare he indeed. It's now down to a 2v1, as it's just down to Metaphor, and that's the round all said and done. It was a beautiful take from 5 stacks, but it's just that their post plans weren't as beautiful here. SR Wolves just had the better retake opportunities, and there's really nothing special about what SR Wolves did there. They just made proper use of their utilities. They really didn't get a good flash in that round. But they were just able to just look at the right angles, go for the right spray downs, and just dominate the site. They know for a fact that the communication is key. They were able to look where they needed to look. And in turn, despite it being 5 stacks, looking like it was a 5 stacks round, SR Wolves just decided to just, hey, we're taking over. This is us. This is our game. We might get another 16-1, depending. Manzanares opens it up with a kill onto Killua and onto Metaphor.
They get charged right out. And he's just going to be all alone in mid. Elite so fast. Way too aggressive there. But maybe the damage is done. It's down to the 3 versus 3. FMBAM buying or picking up the AWP. I'm not really the best when you're trying to go for those initial takes just because it's a one-shot, one kill. And if you miss that shot, you will get punished. Although numbers advantage used by 5 stacks here. And finally, bomb planted. Opportunities opened. And now we're left to Magic Bunny holding this off. And SR Wolves biting themselves too aggressively in the map. Taking more than they can handle. And they get overwhelmed. Now it's a 3 versus 1. But Magic Bunny, 11 kills. Top fragger. Can also pick up this AK. It will be spotted. Or it will be heard though. But I don't know if he can clear these angles fast enough.
Nice smoke there. Will gets completely surrounded, and finally 5 stacks has a round on the board. A 10-5 scoreline is not bad on Inferno, especially considering the fact that they will be switching over to the CT side, and the Inferno is a CT-sided map. This is looking good for 5 stacks. They just need to keep this up, but they will be able to get a little bit of a dent to the economy of SR Wolves, but it's not that impactful though. And the FamBam is forced to just go for the full AWP. No utilities, as well as Killua just forced buying the AK-47 there.
Again, they're going to be hoping to fight up against SR Wolves in these duels and overwhelm with numbers. And I do like that for 5-stack. It's kind of like a Zerg rush in its own right. And it worked that one round. It worked in the past couple of rounds. They weren't able to finish it to their win. But the last one does make me a bit hopeful that 5-stacks can make something happen. Now they've slowed out the pace. They're winning it out more. And you can see how many are stacked up against each other or with each other for 5-stacks here. They're just waiting for the aggressive push-outs once again of SR Wolves. But now the Wolves finally knowing that their prey is not really an easy prey. It's a predator that can fight them and overwhelm them if they're not careful. And oh my goodness, speaking of which, look at this.
A FamBam opening up with that kill onto ROG. Now it says 3v2. SR Wolves not in a good spot. As a FamBam gets taken out himself. That's a weapon to use on a retake. He will need to do what he can. He can switch out the weapon here for that the SD right in front of him, but he doesn't need to. He gets a kill onto Steps, just delays the plant from even going down, switches on over to the M4, goes for the spray down, takes down Metaphor. It's down to Killua in a 1v1, but he still manages to win that 10-2. 5-stacks wanting to get that 10-5 scoreline.
Aggressively peeking out through the smoke there. Here's the thing. When you're pushing out through the smoke slowly like that and your opponent isn't, when you come out, you will get spotted because of the front of your weapon, your gun, especially when you're holding a rifle. And when your opponent spots that, they just know that it's you in that particular portion of the smoke, and you don't see anything because you're still in the smoke. Killua just having that advantage, able to overwhelm, but now SR Wolves, they just put on another gear. It's called Gear 7, and they just rush right in. And now 5-stacks, their slow play has been spotted. And look at that, just damage all throughout, and leaving it to Renz, who's on spawn. The crossfires are real. The smokes will be deployed. And in the 1 versus 1, Manzanares get the mid control once again. Where is the bomb? I can't even see it on the minimap, but it seems like it should be in the hands of Renz 14. Yeah, it is. And I don't know if he knows where he is, but he's doubling back, hoping that maybe Manzanares just over pushes and he can punish, but now Renz, he's got to dig deep. He needs to keep 5-stacks afloat.
All things considered, this is a good eco from SR Wolves, dishing out all. Oh no, yeah. But yeah, it's a beautiful economy eco round for SR Wolves. All the AKs just disappeared at the hands of 5 stacks, and they will not be able to rebuy them at this point. Considering the fact that SR Wolves were at economic disadvantage during that round, yeah, that could really be that cannot be any better for SR Wolves. That was the best outcome of that round.
Manzanata is gonna have a field day with this. 23 kills in already the 14 rounds that we've seen here. Not really the best of weapons right now for SR Wolves. As you can see, there is the Swag 7 for Thon. But if he places himself... Where does he place himself, actually? I think he placed
He's
himself
in
somewhere
balcony.
on... Yeah, there we go. It's either on apartments or balcony that Swag 7 or Mag 7 can really show its stock. And even if you're alone, I believe if you can hit all the pellets, it should be able to one-shot one kill even with full armor. So they got to be careful with that. Anticipating the pop shot there from Leet so fast, and he's able to take 2, overwhelm another. Woo. Magic Bunny should be careful though of somebody rushing through Archway, but he still deals the damage. And look at that, 5 stacks. They should get the sight, but the numbers or the objective or the momentum not really in their favor.
It's a 3v2. Sepsis with the Deagle, a fan bam with the AK-47. Not the best weapons here that they can have. The fan bam makes it work with an AK onto the ROG. And Sepsis takes down Magic Bunny with that Deagle. Now it's down to, again, another 1v1 as Manzanares clutches it for his team. 12-2 scoreline. Inching closer and closer to the victory here, Asarai. We might have a 2-0. Might.
And there is a very credible point that SR Wolves can get this 2-0 in terms of this series. They're just so dominant. This couple of rounds for 5 stacks, it's more of SR Wolves just overreaching and not really respecting the map control that is given to T sides. And it has given them quite a few rounds, and they do want to end this series as quickly as they can because it's going to be a long day for all of us. But now, look at that. They're starting to make some boost plays as well, taking these initiatives and putting Magic Bunny in a place where it can really deal some damage with the AWP here. There's a couple of players from SR Wolves will be getting this apartment control. Is Kahlua even going to spot anybody? Is Steffi's going to spot anybody? This is going to be so deadly, but nice angle, nice timing from Renz. Lead so fast, though. Is still in one of the rooms. He can provide some damage. Oh, no.
Look!
Oh, he's going to be... Oh, my goodness. He couldn't hear it.
Looking better. Magic Bunny in a 1v2 now. Has a P250 and the AWP. That's actually pretty surprising. The 5 stacks was able to take down apartments without any problems, but except for that one player that... Okay, Magic Bunny just decides to take down Stepsis. Hit your Stepsis in the back. And he still has a flash and a smoke. Just a decoy here onto Metaphor. And there's no doubt the Magic Bunny heard that. Sees him out, the AWP shot misses! Tags him in mid-air, switches on over to the P250. The P250 is going to win out that duel. A 13-2 first half here for SR Wolves.
Metaphor, he got the shot mid-air, but I think he panicked a little bit, thinking that he got his opponent. That was only a leg shot, and he needed to be able to win out maybe with his pistol or another AWP shot there. In any case, that was SR Wolves just rushing in, and Magic Bunny, a moment of brilliance once again. 17 kills to his name, 9 kills behind his comrade, which is Manzanatas, and in the end, 5 stack are just wreaking a lot of, not 5 stack, but SR Wolves wreaking a lot of havoc here. Mix up on the names there on the top, guys. Don't worry, that is SR Wolves with the 13 and 5 stacks with the 2.
Yeah, SR Wolves just needs to secure this pistol round. And as soon as they do secure the pistol round, it's all said and done, basically. And they're really rushing towards Banana here, but Kilowatt did a good job here, stopping the initial push, taking down Naruj and Elite so fast, but Ren's 14 over at New Oranges will be taken out by Magic Bunny. And now it's down to a 3v3. The retake is now on for 5 stacks, and they need to make sure that there's retake counts. They have that single flashbang on the step system, but I'm not seeing it being used anytime soon. But Zanatis swings out a little bit short here, but Magic Bunny takes down Fan Bam. And now Thon9 with his crossfire with his teammates. It's done. 14-2. That should be the 15th round on the side of SR Wolves. This should be match point, all things considered.
Should be. There's not much that's left in the tank for 5 stacks here. 2 more rounds for SR Wolves to finish off and end this series and go deeper into the ROG Masters Philippines. Now, there is going to be a hope for 5 stacks. But you can see that they are purchasing weapons now. They're going to be going for some pistols and the scout and hoping that they can connect some shots that they need to. Maybe, just maybe, a couple of these shots coming in from Banana on the car. Step in the right direction for the stacks here. That's not going to stop SR Wolves from getting a form of map control, and they're going to be overwhelming the site. Look at that. The Jiggle Peak, the Hasta La Vista Cha-Cha into a site. And how did Delete get there? Still spotted by Kilua, though. And SR Wolves, they get the site, but they take too many of their members drop down. They have to defend this numbers disadvantage.
Oh, that was unfortunate. That was very unfortunate. He burned in his own flames. It's a 1v1 onto the ROG. And Metaphor wins this out. That's the 3rd round on the board for 5 stacks. Slowly trying to keep the dream alive here for themselves. My goodness.
That was a great play from SR Wolves there, but 5 stacks able to recuperate. I think what 5 stacks was kind of hoping or did was in that round, they basically knew that SR Wolves would reach again. Even if they got the site, there would be somebody who would be pushing in. Kilua, knowing this, was readied up. He wasn't just charging and running out with his knife. He was waiting on Speedway, hoping that somebody would just peek right out and he would get a shot, which he did, and that really messed up the map control for SR Wolves because they needed to get a little bit more, as I think they were still just rummaging through this, the site. In any case, though, 14-3, SR Wolves not at match point just yet, like you said, and 5 stacks are starting to creep things right back out.
Slowly, with the MP5, the P90, and a couple of M4s, 5 stacks will do what they can to try to stop this push from SR Wolves. And considering the fact that SR Wolves are not really looking to do good here, as Thon9 takes down Ren's 14. I was just about to say they got 2 AKs and a hell of a lot of pistols, but quickly traded out for M4s for themselves. And now it's looking like an SR Wolves map. SR Wolves game, rather, as they can pretty much take over this A side without any problems. They will start throwing the smokes and the flashes here to jump in. The P90 makes the dream work for Thon9, as well as the M4. Takes down Metaphor. Now it's just down to Stepsis on his own. We'll be rushing through library. Gotta play it as slow as possible, but it's pretty much done. Unless Stepsis has different plans here. But Magic Money is eyeing him out. He gets taken out, and that's match point for SR Wolves.
One more, and they're going to be advancing to our tournament. If they do win this for SR Wolves, and I mean, they just need the one more round, they're going to be up against Andronicus, which did win against SR Wolves' sister team, which was SR Ares, if I'm not mistaken. So this would be a sort of grudge match immediately for SR Wolves, as they will be looking to avenge their fallen team, or the fallen sister team. In any case, though, quick charge right out on mid, and Renz just gets obliterated. Let's see how it goes.
Beautiful takes here. Nice molly onto Moto, and that is going to quite literally put Stepsis in a back corner. Stepsis once again was stuck, and this round is pretty much all said and done. Beautiful A take here from SR Wolves. Beautiful B take, I mean. I'm sorry. But yeah, it's just a Fan Bam and Kilua with pistols. There's really nothing much they could do here. Now down to Kilua in a 1v5. All said and done here. This is a 2-0, unless this Deagle goes ham.
I mean, 1Ds are always a fun thing to look at. Kahlua has shown to have some proficiency with this particular weapon, but time is not of the essence. That's going to be the final blow. Magic Bunny once again with the AWP, and SR Wolves will be advancing. Gonna go back against Adronicus later on into the day. It's a great performance overall for them, Nomad.
Great performance, good start here for SR Wolves to start their day. And yeah, going up against Andronicus in the second round of the day, uh, if we're correct that it is SR Aries is their sister team, they will have a chance to avenge them as we move on to the second half. But this is a learning experience for Five Stacks, even more so on uh, on a tournament setting, so to speak. Just need more experiences here.
Mm.
SR Wolves, they're confident. This is all matches that they had are all wipes, all things considered.
Yeah, there were a couple of, how do I say this? There were a couple of rounds where Five Stacks did get the W, but if we saw it in a perspective of how that happened, it was more of SR Wolves being too aggressive and not really getting the proper setups that they needed on the CT side to make that happen. But not putting Five Stacks in a bad spot. They did